So I'm Fiona Shields and I'm Head of Photography at The Guardian and Observer. So I lead a team who publish pictures across, select and publish pictures and commission photography across The Guardian and Observer, both in print, all of our supplements and also on our website. My talk today was about sort of the practice of how we make selections for what should be published, what shouldn't be published, some of the kind of ethical and sort of moral dilemmas we have surrounding kind of, graphic images and issues of dignity and the responsibility towards the subjects of our stories. I would say the first piece of advice for any photographer, especially if you are talking about entering the world of photojournalism and news, is be truthful. Never fabricate your images or manipulate them in any way. It's absolutely essential that we are truthful and that our integrity is intact, especially in this kind of current climate where, the likes of Donald Trump, and he's not the only world leader, are trying to kind of, trash the reputations of journalists and journalism in the sense of calling us, sort of public enemy number one. It is really, really important that we try to kind of be truthful and stick to the facts. The Great Northern Creative Expo is an amazing opportunity for people who are thinking about careers in journalism or photography to kind of access people already working in the industry and, to ask their advice and to make contacts and, kind of pick up tips. And also perhaps to kind of think in a different way about how their career could go. I mean, I've already had one person talk to me this morning. She's already practicing in portraiture, but she said, gosh, now that I've seen your talk, I'm kind of excited about the idea that perhaps I could think about, photojournalism and, visual storytelling in a different way.
Hi, I'm John Van Aken. I'm the academic group lead for media here at UCLan. I used to be the course leader for both the MA and the BA for photography. I'm also the conference convener for Fieldwork, which we've been doing as an annual event for a number of years. Fieldwork is a free event we do annually. It's an interesting mixture between academics, photographic practitioners, doctoral students, MA students, BA students all come together. And it's about photographers and people in the photography industry talking to practitioners about work, and it's kind of an interface between theory and practice, and hopefully is a stimulating event for upcoming and practicing photographers. The advantages of the Great Northern Creative Expo is it's an amazing opportunity to have a range of industry practitioners, theorists, academics, people big in all areas of their field to come in and actually interface with students. It's one thing to learn in a classroom, it's one thing to study on your own, it's another thing to have those kind of amazing practitioners actually with you. And of course, we always facilitate those students who want to meet those people to come and talk to them directly.
So I'm Hagit Kaysar. I'm a researcher and an activist from Israel-Palestine. I've been working for the past few years with open technologies and DIY and community science for producing independent aerial photography in Israel-Palestine with all kinds of communities, residents, activists, and researchers. So for me, research kind of comes out from practice. So I think that many times people go into research and they kind of, especially in PhD, but also in MA, they kind of lose the interest at a certain point. And I think that for me, because it was related to other things that I do beside, academy, to practice, to visual practice, and also to my political activism, creating a research out of these activities allowed me to find something that would be interesting for me to engage with inside the university. Generally, I think that conferences are an amazing opportunity for students to kind of learn from all kinds of people, professionals, practitioners, and researchers from different places around the world and inside the UK for sure. And it's a great opportunity for network. So, yeah.
My name's Chris Leslie. I'm a documentary photographer, filmmaker, and I came here today to talk about my project Disappearing Glasgow and also some international work that I've just shot at the weekend. I think because my project started as part of my master's I'm kind of aware of the kind of constraints and fears and issues that students have when they're starting out a project. And this project and the book that I worked on started as a student project. So I was really keen to kind of share that kind of, share my experience of it and maybe answer some questions that they may have about that. With photography, with any project, you do a lot of rubbish and then you gradually start to do better. I think the quicker you can kind of fast check that and make it a bit faster, and that's the best way of doing it. I think if you're studying anything to do with photography or film, you know, doing it at college, but using all those resources and voices and opinions to kind of shape your work from an early start. Yeah. Ultimately, the students are going to be in the big bad world, and you know, TV, photography, film production, all of that. At some point, that you know, you need to have an interaction with the people that you are. That you're delivering things for, you know, so I think it's good. I think it also breaks down a lot of the kind of stigma attached that, you know, this is for other people, this is for people with money, with access to equipment, things like that, and it really shouldn't be as well. It should be open to all, you know.
My name is Alejandra Carles Tolra. I'm a photographer from Barcelona, but based in London. And I'm here today because I was invited to give a talk about my work, and especially in relationship to storytelling. So I'm here to present that. It's really hard to make a living nowadays just of photography, and what I mean with that is just of the photographs that you want to take. So being flexible means that sometimes you might pay rent with work that you do. That might not be the thing that your heart is asking you to do, but actually that will give you the budget to then be able to work on your own projects, that then hopefully will give you the recognition to then be hired and commissioned for those kind of projects. I think this is a great event. I've been just sitting down and listening to all the talks, and I think it's a really wonderful opportunity for students specifically to see, I guess, different voices from the industry, from editors to researchers to artists themselves, photojournalists. So I think it's just exciting and inspiring to see different ways of working in the industry. You don't just need to go into the industry as a maker or as an editor, but you actually can see that there are lots of different ways of getting excited about this industry.
My name is Mateusz Baj. I'm a Polish photographer, and today I gave a lecture, I gave a short speech about my project about Ukraine. It is a project I'm working since 2014. It's about ongoing situation in Ukraine. Everything is going there, like war, like how people are struggling with that like war environment, everything. So I started working. This was a part of my MA project. I did my MA at LCC, London College of Communication, and I keep working on this project. You need to have a passion. You need to have you need to love what are you doing. You need to believe in that, and just be yourself. Don't try to follow trends. Don't be a contest photographer. Don't focus on contests. Don't focus on grants. Just do whatever you want to do. I remember when I was a student, it was really important to know that it's doable to do things I wanted to do, and I think like young students have got the same problem, the same issue. They have to understand that it's doable. It's not easy. It's not like the dream job. Like you will not be the best paid person in the universe, but still it's doable, and it's really important to keep doing that.
My name's Julian Manley. I'm Social Innovation Manager at the University of Central Lancashire, and I'm here to participate in a Community After Brexit seminar. Well, this is all about what Preston might be like after Brexit. And so, as you know, Brexit's a hot topic now. Today's the very day when Brexit might be sorted by Theresa May or not. But whatever happens today, in the future, Preston's got to understand where it's going and how it's going to react to Brexit. Now, there's something you might have heard of called the Preston model, and the Preston model intends to increase local procurement and to create worker-owned cooperatives to transform the local economy. So we'll be talking about that kind of governance after Brexit in Preston. Politics in the case of what we're going to be talking about tonight is really about participating in democracy, and it seems to me that young people need to participate.
Yeah, hi, I'm Tony Rigg. I am a music industry person, but I set up the MA Music Industry Management and Promotion course that we run at UCLan, and I'm involved in lots of other things such as this conference, which is about the present and future of electronic music, and it's all part of the Great Northern Creative Expo. The Present and Future of Electronic Music Conference is all about bringing expertise into one place and to explore the question, what is the future of electronic music, how it's made, how it's disseminated, how people consume it. So these are all questions that we're exploring in the conference, and we've got experts from all over the world coming here to share their knowledge and their research, and we've got lots of music industry people who are all very distinguished practitioners, all answering the question, what is the future of electronic music? 2 pieces of advice for students entering the industry: be prepared to work extremely hard and network. Two very useful things to help you get a good footing on the ladder.